This conference will now be recorded.
This is the unique method for Solentro, which is a really useful tool that you'll use when you're building your culture book. First thing to do is to have a read over the unique method for the culture book so that you know how to plan out the content and have a good structure to work from. Having this as a guide is really handy, and it will save you a lot of time when you come to putting the book together. So once you've got all your images, text, photos, quotes, and logos and things like that, you're ready to use Solentro. If you go to www.solentro.co.uk and log in, the login details are found in agency codes. The home page on this piece of software will be the last book that you've created or the book that you're currently working on, and it automatically saves it for you. When you come to do a new book each year, you can, of course, update the old template like I'm doing here, or you can create a brand new book. There are pros and cons to both ways. Using the existing template means that you may already have a lot of the content in that you're not changing. However, I will say that if you want to insert a page or change any of the content, the software can be a little bit fiddly, and it sometimes can jumble images up, remove things that you don't want removing, and generally mess up your structure. That's not always the case. As I say, it just can be a little bit fiddly. The benefit is, though, of course, that you have everything there that you need. Using a new book will give you a complete blank canvas, so you won't have any of those issues, but it may mean a little bit more work for you. Okay, so once you've decided whether you're going to use the existing template or a new one, you need to add in some pages. For the purpose of this, if you are using the existing template, and say, for example, you just want to update a picture, you just click on the image, and then you can move it around, you can cancel, you can save, but the easiest way, if you actually want to change it, is just to drag and drop a new image in place there, and it's as simple as that. Likewise with the text, if you want to edit the text, you just double click and then you can edit like you would in Word. If you want to add new pages, the easiest way to do this is at the bottom, click here to add or remove pages. If you click the minus symbol, it will of course take them away. If you click the plus symbol, it will add them in for you. What Solentro will do is automatically put templates on these blank pages for you. If they're not the ones you want, all you need to do is go to Page Templates and pick which one you'd like. There are two types. The types with lines on signify text, and the types with this sort of sunshine icon are for images. There are some templates that allow you to do both. And will have a different layout and different format. So there should be something there that you would like. For the purpose of this, let's change the templates so I can show you how easy it is to do. On this page here, let's say I just want one picture. I just pick one of the icons that I like and drag and drop it across. To add a picture to it, if you click on My Pictures, and you can see we've got quite an extensive library of images there, but you can upload images as well. What I'd recommend is that you use really high quality, high resolution photographs and logos and designs, purely because if they are low resolution, depending on the size that you're using, the print quality can be very poor. If you need some general stock images, use Shutterstock. They're especially useful for things like backgrounds, which I'll show you in a second. So once you've uploaded your picture or selected the one that you'd like to use, you literally drag it across and drop it in. Once it's in situ, if you double click on it, you can adjust it. So if you just wanted maybe a corner of the image to be shown, you can do that. And of course, you can crop it using quite this basic tool here. Once you're happy, you can move on to the next slide. Again, let's just change the template so that you can see the different options. So go back to page templates, and this time I want some text, so I'll drag the text box across, double click, and then I can type some text in there. There is a spell check function in Solentro, just like Word. In fact, the layout is very much like Word, so it should look quite familiar. So you can check for spelling. What I would recommend, though, is that you write any text in Word first, just so that you can thoroughly check it for grammar, spelling, and general meaning, just to make sure that it is exactly what you need. It also means that when you come to this design part of the culture book, it's a copy and paste exercise, and it's nice and easy. So once you've got your text in place, you can position it where you want it on the page. Let's put this in the middle. You can increase the font size, you can increase the font, you can change the colour, make it bold, make it italic, whatever you want to do. Once you're happy, you click OK. Now, for example, I'd look at that and think that's not very big and the colour's not right, so I want to go back in and re-edit it. I want to make that much bigger, and I want to make it a darker colour. So I'm happier with that now. I'm happy that it's in the right place, but the page looks a little bit bland, so I think a background would work really well on this. To add a background, if you click on Custom Background and then select the page that you want, leave that screen up whilst you go back to your images. You will need to upload any background images that you want to use. I've used Shutterstock for this to get some backgrounds, purely because they're well designed and they're nice resolution. Please feel free to use any of the images that you already have uploaded, especially the stock images, because you can use those throughout the culture book whenever you're doing it. So to add the background, you literally drag and drop, and it goes automatically onto the screen for you. Once you're happy, just close it. Now I can see the text is too dark, so I could go back in and make it white, for example, make it stand out a bit more. And I'm happy with that now, so I could move on to my next page, so I might add in another page. If I decide that actually I don't want this picture and this text next to each other, but I do want those slides in the book, I just think something would look better in the middle, you can drag a page across. Now, sometimes this will work, other times it will add another template to an existing slide. And this is where Solentro becomes a little bit fiddly. If you click the cross though, as you see, that will remove it for you. So you can redo that. That will now just have the text and no background. So if you want to add in another page, let's try it another way. If you hover in the middle, it will work for you. So you just need to be a little bit careful. It is better to use the page templates and drag them across than it is to try and move the pages. As you saw, it just creates a little bit of extra work. A couple of things to look out for are the warning symbols that you may have seen on some of these images. If an image is low resolution, it will have a warning symbol. There's no reason why you shouldn't use them, especially if you're using very small versions of that image, that they can be okay. But for the larger images, always use high resolution, otherwise it will come out very, very poorly. You'll also maybe see a warning triangle if you make text too big for the space that you've allocated for it. So for example, if I wanted that size, I get a warning triangle because I'm not able to actually see all of the text. So before you click print or anything like that, just make sure there's no warning triangles and that everything is where it should be. Once you're finished and you're happy, you just place order and that will print for you. I'd recommend that you also regularly preview your book because then you can get a better idea of what it's going to look like. And that's pretty much Solentro. As I say, it is very easy to use. Takes a little bit of practice, but it's quite intuitive, so it should be quite easy for you to put the book together.